Hi there. Thank you for asking this question. I think my post was pretty clear, but I just kind of want to go back over it. There are no exceptions to what I'm talking about. So no exceptions. If it is your son, grandson, nephew, uncle, brother, any capable, able-bodied man who is over the age of 18, who is not in college or whatever, but even still that, any man, a grown man that is not willing to get up and get a job, have a job that they are going to work where they are making an income, if they're a successful entrepreneur, whatever, if they're not willing to go out and make an income, there is pathology there. And if it is a son, if it is your son, the issue is starting at home. And so he is learning, he has been conditioned to be coddled, to be cared for, and to be babied. He has not learned how to be a successful, functional adult without being coddled at home. That is a problem. If it is your son, or if you are a mother who is listening or watching this post, I would strongly encourage you to go to therapy to um, explore the reasons why you feel like it's appropriate to coddle or continue to help someone who is a grown man. That is not helping him advance in society. He's not learning how to be a problem solver. He's not learning how to be a father. He is not learning how to successfully go after what he wants and successfully go after and obtain his goals. He's not learning how to. He is literally being crippled as an adult, and there is nothing that you should be doing as a woman to help him figure it out. If your son, if he is a boy, he needs to go to another man to learn how to figure out the game of life, and another man who's got it together, who's doing what he's supposed to do, because a real man is going to be able to school him on what time it is and like how you need to go out and be a man and stop depending on a woman to get you through life. And not only that, but you are, one of the ways that I feel very strongly about in terms of psychopathy being caused is by parents enabling their children and never telling their children no. And so that's not how the real world works. When you go out into the real world, you get rejected, you get turned down from jobs, you get turned down from dates, you may not have enough money to buy something. There is rejection all around. That is a normal part of life. But if you have someone that you've coddled and that you've, allowed them to think that they're brilliant and God's gift to earth, despite them not contributing, you are a part of that problem. And guess what? When he hears that first no, when he gets that first rejection, what is he going to do? He's not going to be emotionally mature enough to be able to handle that. And so what's he going to do? He's going to go out and take it. He's going to lash out in a way that's totally inappropriate towards the person who told him that. There's going to be all sorts of consequences just because the real world does not carry a grown man, and nor should they. And so that is working in things ass backwards, as they say. Like, he needs to go out, he needs to be productive. And I'm going to tell you something else. I worked in corrections for years. I've been in a number of jails, and all this other kind of stuff. Guess what those facilities are full of? They are full of grown men who don't work and who don't believe in going out and getting a job. They feel entitled. And those men, you know what those men do? They sit on the phone all day and they call women to send them money for commissary, to send them money to gamble with, to send them stuff, to have a place ready, have food ready, and have clothes ready and shoes ready for when they get out of jail. But those men, a lot of those men, I'm not going to say all of them because there are some of them that have worked, but a large portion of them, I would say about 97% of them are in corrections that have never been a functioning adult in society, who have never gotten a job and who got into trouble because they were too busy running the streets, getting involved in drugs, pornography, and all kinds of criminal activity because they were not doing what they needed to do. So if it is a son, he needs to get up and he needs to go out. He needs to get a job. You need to cut him off, right? You need to stop helping. Stop helping. You are not helping. You are enabling. If he is a grown man, he needs to get up and go out and do what he needs to do. And you need to go to therapy to stop helping or enabling and causing problems, because at a certain point you are crippling a human being. You are not allowing them to mature and prosper and grow because you are too busy spoon feeding and breastfeeding. I hope that helps. It's not meant to be crass, but I'm being as real as I know how to be, and I feel very strongly about that. And if this doesn't align with you, then feel free, to unfollow, move on, do whatever it is you need to do. But you know, this is just kind of how I roll, and this is kind of how I see things. Thanks for asking, because I'm sure, although you are the one who's asking, I'm sure there's a lot of women who looked at it and had the same question. What if he's my son? What if he's my grandson? What if he's my nephew? What if what if he's my husband? What if he's my husband, right? Especially get up and get out, and you need to cut off immediately, and you need to change locks. You need to put people out immediately. Stop. Close up your purse. There's no reason why he can't be a functioning member of society. He needs to do what he needs to do.